Stay mad. It's the Forspoken demo on PC. I think I found the settings I need to get this game at least looking competent on my 4K TV. Although the best improvement I could have made to the game's visual quality would have been to play on a smaller TV. I have a 1080p Samsung over here that I kept saying I was going to plug in and never got around to. And I said, you know what? Let's just do this thing already. Let's just play the game. And then we'll go, and then we'll give the game a good. We gave the game a good 1 hour run in a previous video that I might put up eventually. But this is me actually playing the game. No more research streams. This demo apparently has a couple of hours of decent content, so we'll muck around with that. But the first thing I want to do is unlock all of the fast travel points. So we'll do that first. There aren't that many of them, probably 3 so far that I have access to. I'll make the settings clear here. We're playing at 1080. This is a 4K monitor. Don't worry about it. Remember, I'm playing with a Geforce 6GB 3050, which basically means it's a 3040. Don't worry about it. The frame rate limiter does not work. So I used the Nvidia control panel to cap the frame rate at 30, because this frame rate limiter isn't working. VSync is on. Probably won't need it. And I have DLSS on balanced. I got the motion blur turned on. I found out at the end of my previous video, my research stream, this is probably the best way to make the clean up the visuals, because the frame pacing is not very stable. So I think the motion blur kind of hides it. Yeah, the motion blur kind of hides it. So that helps, I think. So it makes the game appear smoother than it really is. But it still helps. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of things. What do I press? Wrong button. So there's that grapple with the Y button I kept forgetting to use because I don't think the game made that clear. There's supposed to be an auto collect option here. Let me turn that on. I might end up doing that a bit later. But auto collect sounds amazing. That sounds like the kind of thing every video game should have. Unless you for some reason don't want to pick things up. I'm playing with an 8-bit DOE Switch controller, just so you know. In fact, this is technically an 8-bit. This is technically a Switch controller, isn't it? It's a Super Nintendo. SN30 Pro. Good enough for me. Let's see. I'm not turning up any settings. You see my GPU usage on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So have fun parsing all of that. Accessibility settings, I think, is what that is. And I might want to do some. D-pad remapping. We'll probably worry about that later. All right. Automatic item gathering sounds amazing. We're not gonna do the automatic lockpicking. Map icon size. Standard might be fine for now. I'll make it larger if I need to. Let's see. Spell switching display. Toggle sounds. I prefer toggling to holding. I would rather double tap than have to hold a button down. I'd rather tap the button once or double tap it than have to just hold my finger down. Sprint button, you've already confirmed. Immunity to own magic. Huh. That's an accessibility feature, huh? Temporary lock on when attacking. Might do that later. When enabled, lets you switch to the next attack support by pressing instead of holding a button. That sounds like a fantastic idea. Compass chat frequency off. What was that game? There was a game from, what was it? Not Dan Harmon, the other guy. Justin Roiland, I think. Did a game that was kind of like Borderlands, and there was like a setting where you can turn off the excessive chatter. So you can literally turn off Justin Roiland's performance, which is kind of hilarious. You basically, if you want to hear Morty in your ear for like 40 hours, that apparently was the game for you. Never played it. That game died a quick death, didn't it? We're not doing that. We'll worry about that later. Okay, they see us. We're gonna leave. Yeah, we're leaving. Let's see. Where's our map mode? There might be a shortcut for a map. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so we're supposed to go here first for a rest stop. That is a fast travel point. This belfry is a fast travel point as well. There's another fast travel point here, so we'll go there. So a lot of people on Reddit complaining about the fisheye effect on these on the menus here. I agree. I don't know why it's there either. It's probably, artistic license to say, oh, she's like looking into a crystal ball. Don't. Please don't. I'm begging you, don't. Or at least give people the option. Maybe people have the option of turning it off. Seems like an awfully dumb thing to have here. Because in other words, no one seems to get it. Let's just put it that way. It's an effect that no one seems to really understand. It just looks distracting. So in other words, I think you failed on that score, unfortunately. It's one of those artistic decisions where it's like, yeah, have the end user, think of the end user, okay? Yeah, the auto collecting is amazing. So you can rest here. That's good. I got another healing draught. That's amazing. So I can't just pick this up. I have to go here to learn new spells, which I don't think we're going to do yet. No active spellcraft charges. Okay, that's fine. Ah. We'll do that later. Wait, no. Cancel what I just did. Okay, we just turned that on. Okay, that's fine. So we're basically turning on an ability? Like it's like a tweener quest, I suppose? Use shimmy. What's a shimmy? Sounds interesting. What's a shimmy? Evade attacks using magic parkour sounds amazing. What I meant to turn that on. So I think these look like tweener quests. These could be interesting. Okay, cure yourself with poison, grants auto, whatever. I think there is a spell. I have to get poisoned first, though, so we'll worry about that later. And you have to learn this spell in order to learn that. Okay, that's cool. So you can kind of practice with each spell. And then you can get better at it by practicing it. Leap to a certain time. Okay, this sounds easy. Improve stamina recovery rate. Build up power and strike enemies in 6 seconds. Okay. Scattershot level 2 might work, but I don't really like scattershots. Yeah, I don't really like scattershots. I can practice with those later. Defeat enemies with counters sounds interesting, actually. Knock enemies down. I've actually done that before. But we're going to do that against weaker enemies. Attack enemies while performing magic parkour. Oddly specific. I don't know if I've done phrase magic before. We'll practice with that later. Defeat enemies. Yeah, that's easy. So which one can I turn off? Turn off that one for now. So let's activate one that's easier. Yeah, I haven't committed, I haven't done any progress yet. The buttons are inverted, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind. Hits hard over, I don't have Genesis. Well, I do have Genesis, I just never use it. No spell here. How do I activate this one? Okay, so I have to press the X button to activate that. Defeat the final enemy. That's oddly specific, but okay. So what am I actually gonna do? Just knock enemies down? Doesn't matter how I do it. Yeah, I don't think it matters how I do it. What is a shimmy? I do want to practice that. Settings. I kind of want to spend too much time worrying about this. So we have climbing. Build up power and strike. Yeah, we don't have that unlocked yet. What's this? Oh, different magic spells. Okay. Hit three enemies with a crucible. Well, that's the easiest way to do it, I guess. If enemies are vulnerable to Silas magic. That would make sense. Knock enemies down with that particular spell. Okay. Leap over enemies and attack in midair sounds amazing. But they're not showing me how to do it. Zip. Does it matter which thing I do? Okay, that's the Y button. That sounds easy. Use magic. I can press this button to see what it does. Use magic to grab and move. So they actually do tell you how to use this thing. You just have to pay attention. Okay, so we'll turn that on. So let me see what the other ones do then. Yeah, we'll do that later. Use rush. Flow even faster with well-timed button presses. That actually sounds interesting. Summon a magical sword, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't tell you how to actually do it. So we'll do that later. What are the other options here? No, we're not doing that one. Climb to a certain height. Hold on, it says right here. Kick off from a wall in order to climb higher. Aim at the wall and press the jump button. That makes sense. And this one, just defeat enemies. Blow open the ground, send you flying back. Huh? So do I have to use this spell? 'Cause I'm not gonna use this one. So we can abandon that one. We're not gonna use this spell, so we'll cancel that. Let's pick one of the other ones. Cause zipping sounds easy. Evade attacks. What's this one? Okay, that's it. We'll just evade attacks. That sounds easy enough. So we'll claim that one. All right, let's try it. We can do a breadcrumb save here. We're just practicing stuff. I just want to see what our options are. So I spent 7 minutes trying to go through a menu. Sorry. Ugh, lore. There's not much story in this demo, but that's good for me because it means I get to just see how the game plays. Without having to complain about, the characters and the writing and the weed-ness dialogue. Okay, practice the zip button. Why? What special actions do they want me to perform? Looks like I'm performing special actions right now. So jump and climb and bounce off the wall, I guess. So I can zip onto I can zip onto those things. Okay. So press the Y button to do that. That sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds cool. Okay, so I can bounce off of those things. Oh, I ran out of magic, so I can't do it. Okay. So it does use some magic. All right, so that's a trick. But now I know. Climb to a certain height. Okay, that's cool. So I can practice that. We need to go to another fast travel point. It said perform special actions. They weren't too specific about what kind. Nope, they saw me. Let's go to another fast travel point, shall we? Actually, can I fast travel from here? No, probably not when I'm in a fight. Probably can't do this while I'm in a fight. Are we good? Yeah, I'll grab that. Because I need more magic to level up my spells. So there's a fast travel point right here. So you have to hold down the Y button, then grapple onto stuff. But in this case, I think we need to grapple onto like those little things that are jutting out of the wall. So that might be interesting to try later. But for now, let's practice this. So apparently the whole idea was to do like a game like Infamous, which I did play on this channel, but I played a tiny bit of the PlayStation 3 version. I played it for like an hour. But that's supposed to be like actually a good game, which I never got around to playing much of, I admit. Place the marker there. There's another place I need to go to. Scout the area. We'll do that later. Eliminate the enemy. Let's see, a horde mode is what that looks like. Defend the townspeople. Sounds like a horde mode. Don't know what that is. I think it's a fount. I didn't actually do anything yet. I think it's just another way to learn a spell. But I'll practice with that later. So if this is 36 gigabytes for this whole thing, then what's going on with then how big is the final game? Because they said it's a good chunk of the game. Oh, button. Good. Okay, so we're going to make it over here. Zip onto that. Nope, can't reach it. That hurt. No damage, though. So how quickly can I recharge my magic? Okay, there we're good. Okay, so grabbing onto those things counts as a zip. Okay, I do want to break my fall here. There you go. I think you can stop your fall with a zip too, right? You just need magic. Who's still following me? More loot. So snag, yes, you don't even have to stop to snag everything. I like that. That's a fantastic feature. I'm glad they added it. Yeah. Stun enemies with parkour. So I got a C grade for that. That's hilarious. So not fighting enemies seems to work pretty well. Look out for the super alligators. Didn't I see those things? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw those things in Annihilation. You know, from the director of Civil War. Oh, I forgot to hit the font. Let me see if I can hit the font, just so I can claim it. Bye. Yeah, I skipped the font. And there's some magic doodads I gotta pick up in a second. So what's the deal? Why should I go in here? I don't know why I'm even going in here, but whatever. And I should just mention in passing that apparently this game was built on the same engine that created Final Fantasy 15. They just jacked everything up in terms of visual fidelity. But I do have Final Fantasy 15 on the PlayStation 4. It's one of those games I've been meaning to get around to playing because I got a bunch of like AAA games I've been meaning to get around to. I bought them cheap, so I'm like, whatever. I'll get around to playing it eventually. I paid $5 for Final Fantasy 15. You can't. It doesn't matter how bad the game is at that point. I played it for like 5 hours when it first came out, and I was like, whatever. Seems interesting. Didn't spend much time with it. I recorded some videos and DVD on a DVD recorder, so that wasn't amazing. So what am I doing? Yeah, I can't do anything with this. Yeah, I can't learn anything here. Did I learn a new spell? Yeah, did I learn a new spell? I went in here and I have no idea what happened. Okay, so I completed that objective. Accidentally, I suppose. Oh yeah, that was an objective on my journal, right? Yeah, that one. Dive into the font to learn some new abilities. Okay. It improves your magic parkour, able to kick off walls even more times when jumping. Okay. That's cool. So that's the soar ability, I guess. Head to the central refuge to rest and resupply, and we did. Acquire a new cloak, we'll do that. Improve your magical powers. We'll get to that later. That sounds like a boss fight. We'll see how it goes. Defeat all the enemies, we'll do that later. Alright. It's only 5 objectives. I mean, you can add more later if you want. You don't have to do everything now. It's just a thing to do. Okay, we're going this way. Let me grab that loot. There's some loot over here I need to grab. Yeah, that. Grab that. Kind of hard to steer. So it does that power fantasy thing fine, I would argue. You know, the whole point about this engine, I think, is that's supposed to be really good at like dashing around, I guess. It's not. This isn't really a stealth engine like an Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, I would argue that Horizon Zero Dawn was based on a stealth engine, which is why you can't fly because the devs didn't develop the engine to allow flight, or they could have. They just didn't. They couldn't find a way to make it look very good. Because you know there are games like zoom in. There are games like what was it? It was. Was there another subject I need to line up here? Oh, am I taking a picture of something else? Am I taking a picture of the font? Okay, I guess. What am I zooming in on? Oh, take a picture of that? What am I taking a picture of exactly? Okay. Okay, so I got the shot. Okay, was that what they wanted me to take a picture of? I have no idea. Well, I won. That's what counts. Alligators aren't attacking me, so that's always good. Let me zip off of those rocks over there, and then I'll go back to where I was headed. You just have to time the button presses to her flashes, it looks like. How quickly can I practice that? I don't know. Cancel. Wrong button. Can I zip to that? No. We'll zip to it later. There we go. Now let's zip to it. And it automatically locks on, so that's cool. And I'm jumping to 13 out of 500 feet. Hey, dude. He hit me. I'm just zipping onto these guys, see if I can do anything interesting. I don't think I'm doing anything interesting to these guys. Let's just bounce. Didn't really lose any health, so that's good. So is there an easy way for me to see what my spell missions are? We'll do that later. I think I might be able to wrangle this game into something agreeable. Because it seems interesting. You just have to spend a bunch. You might have to spend some time fiddling in the menus to make the interface work a little bit better and wrangle the camera during those fight sequences. But I did turn down the difficulty to normal. I had it on hard, and the enemies were too spongy. It just took way too many hits. So while I'm learning the game, I'll play on normal. Then we can increase the difficulty level once we figure out how the game works. Because it's like Skyrim. Like you can make the game reasonably difficult, but if you make it too difficult, the enemies just become massive hit sponges, and it takes them like forever to kill, unless you have stupid overpowered gear. Like I didn't even do the DLC for some of those other planets, some of those other islands, because the enemies are just way too spongy. Already have too many. Already have too much firewood. So then the problem became that I didn't want to go to the islands on Skyrim's DLC because the enemies took like 2 minutes to kill. Like what the heck? Like every mummy is just a dragon that eats a whole bunch of health. Or worse, it's like what would it be like? Or worse, it would be like I guess when you're playing on the hardest difficulty level, that and the loot you get doesn't really carry over to the mainland. So the economy on those islands seem to be entirely self-contained. Make the enemy to earn new nail designs. Nail designs give you powers in this game. It's like you're carving Full Metal Alchemist symbols on your nails, and it gives you magic, which is kind of interesting as an idea. That they lean all the way into the Sailor Moon nail polish gimmick. We already did that. So we have all the fast travel points. I don't know where else to go from here. I mean, I guess I could mark something else. But there are apparently a whole bunch of photo spots in this game. So if you're really into that, you can do that. So let's just do the objectives. Then we'll start mucking around with the side quests. Because I know some people feel some kind of way about side quests in open world games. So improve my magical powers. Wrong button. So that's my current objective. On my map, I have to turn off a couple of waypoints because they're not necessary at all. Yeah, turn that off. This is a treasure chest. Okay, we'll get to those later. We'll hunt them down along the way. Where's the next waypoint? That's a fast travel point. Oh, no, it's not. We're supposed to go over there. So we could go on foot and just grab a few treasure chests. That's fine. Oh, another refuge. Okay, we have some more fast travel points here. All right, that's good. We can just fast travel back if we need to. So let's go. Let's make the circuit. We'll go around to here. So there's two. Don't know where one is. There's one. Turn that off. Don't even know why I marked it. We'll do that later. So that's two. That's one. Anything else? We won't defeat the bosses with the time limit. Scout the area. We'll get to that later. I'm curious what the scouting even involves. But it's an open world game. We'll practice everything at least once. Take a closer look at the monument. That could mean a lot of things. So we got a whole bunch of things going on. So we can go to 2, then to 1. We're out of order. Yeah, we're out of order. So let's remove all the markers. Okay, so now let's go 1, 2, 3. I forget remember what that mission was. Objective. All right. Scout the area. I guess we'll scout the area along the way. We already saved our game, haven't we? We'll unlock a few more fast travel points. So let's save this part of the game. All right. So we don't save here. Save here. We'll get into some fighting eventually. Don't worry. Don't be a baby. All right. So we got we got 3 of the fast travel points unlocked. So where's number 1? Over there. Four about a mile and a half, about a mile and a third away. Let's grab some treasure chests along the way. Where's the? Probably should have double checked. So my magic cuff keeps talking to me, which is fine, I guess. Jumping height's completely normal despite my superhuman powers, huh? Of course, I have the magic parkour, so that's always good, I guess. Next treasure chest. Turn left. So let's try this. Turn left. That way. Should be more treasure chests along the way. There it is. A bridge? What's the bridge for? Is that worth it? I don't think so. Bye. Bambi's angry with me. Most aggressive deer in any video game. Yeah, how do I time the button presses? Yeah, I know how to time the button presses. More loot here? We're just grabbing more loot. We're not even going to stop and grab it. We're just going to grab it automatically. I'm glad that's a feature, actually. I think it's amazing they call it an accessibility feature. Like, why would you ever need to stop to grab this stuff? What's the point? It's not hard. Unless your argument is that you have to stop what you're doing and lose your momentum. At which point, okay, but that's kind of a odd thing to require. Kind of weird to require momentum like that. Okay, there was something here on the side. Here we go. Grab that. Grab the shiny thing. Grab it. Grab it. Okay. 8 out of the 15. Whoop, careful. I gotta unpoison myself, but I didn't activate the magic spell. Heads up. Ah, ah. Yes, not stick around here. I will heal myself eventually. But when I get to the refuge, I'll be able to sleep and probably get another health draught. I think I can have 11 of those, so I can just hoard those. Not there. Not there. There. There we go. If we have enough magic, that is a campfire spot. I can't go here. Well, visible walls in the demo. Actually, it's a very visible wall here in the demo. All right. Seems fine. This game seems fine. I didn't scout out that area. I probably should have gone back, but we'll see. Guess I can go back that way and see what's up. So we'll follow the wall, head back here, see what's doing. You're right around here. Stupid. My defenses are down because I'm recovering from that fall damage. Something over there. Give me the loot. I got a feather, which is for crafting something. I know there's something important that requires a feather. That I remember. So I can't see what my missions are. Because I had a bunch of tweener quests I was doing, and the game won't tell me what they are. Okay, I healed. I should not. I should not have eaten that. I shouldn't have eaten that. I pressed down on the D-pad, and I should not have done that. But that was the thing. Okay, there's something further over I need to explore, so give me a second. I should not ought to have done that. That's a weird place for an autosave, but we got it. So I do want that feather, but I want to go back and explore that area. I think the people who were shooting poison at me were guarding the area I was supposed to explore, which would explain a few things. So we got about 15 more minutes in this video. Let's see what we can do. So there's a treasure chest over here. But I don't remember anything important being here, and there's something here on the right side. Yeah, that's just supposed to, like, flip kick over it. Yeah, there's something over here. At least I thought I saw something over here. Other than the deer. Oh well. Yeah, there's alligators. So we'll hug the wall. Give me the loot. I can imagine the speedrunners having a bit of fun with this. Because, I mean, look, it's a free demo. You can probably do a lot with this game. But yeah, with the motion blur, with this frame rate limiter on the Nvidia control panel, I think it kind of cleans things up a bit. It seems a bit more tolerable. Yeah, Reddit had me going on a deep dive during lunch where I was like, you know what? There's like different, there's like special, there's like different frame rate limiters, I think, like Special K and RTSS or whatever it's called. And they all have different input latencies on different games, apparently. It's wild. I'm like, why is PC gaming so complicated? I thought everyone was talking about input latency. Everyone's talking about like display lag and crap like that. Nope, can't rest here. I'll take the loot though. I got a healing draught. Woo! Can't lock it because they're enemies. Yeah, okay. Well, had to eat that. Did I drop the healing drought? Like, let's just kill these guys. Who wants them? I gotta kill the enemies first. They're blocking it. Okay, lock on. Good enough. Vulnerable to something. Did I eat a healing draught? Yeah, I think he did a lot of damage to me. That's bad. Switch. L and R to switch. Super alligators. Evade attacks with magic parkour. Ah! Not good. I'm eating a lot of health on this, though. So I'm eating a lot of health healing draughts on this. Yeah, sucks. Get a better weapon. Vulnerable to that. So the game's scoring me based on how I do. I got a finisher, I thought. What do I have to do to get him on his back again? Eat it. That's a charge. So I got him on the ground. That's a big crit. So I can stab him while he's on the ground. That's cool. It's too weak. So I gotta use the D-pad left and right to switch. Not good. Not good. Crucible sounds amazing. Hit him. Eat it. Eat it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to not save this game. Don't want to do a charge. Fuselage sounds amazing. Do it. Wrong button. So with the Crucible and the Fuselage, looks great. He is vulnerable to this fire attack. These enemies are just too tanky. They take too many hits. I killed something. Give me the loot. Stab me with the tail. Switch. He's circling around, circling around. He's on the ground, he's on the ground. Get him. He was on the ground. Why? Stabby, stabby. Okay, that took a while. So I managed to show a little bit of versatility in the fighting, but I ate way too many of those hits. There are no more enemies. Okay, so it's a sliding lock. So sun has to connect to the moon, so you have to slide them all and slide all the pieces around. Which means I bet the sun has to go in the corner. Move pieces with the left stick. Better. 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 Yeah. Start over there in the corner, then move over, I bet. I don't know how to move the pieces exactly the way I want them to line up. So removing that rectangle in the middle there, up and down. Oh, okay, now we're not doing that anymore. Huh. Maybe that's to go in another corner? Because I don't know if we can move the sun over at all. Like how far can we move the sun over? Yeah, I think that has to be on the left side. I think the moon has to be on the left side. Just trying to make sense of this is really the real puzzle. Like, how do you move the pieces to where you want them to go seems to be the real puzzle. Yeah, we'll cancel this. We'll do this later. Yeah, we're not gonna spend mana to unlock it. Okay, so we're not gonna try to take credit for that. That was just a bad run. We'll come back and try to do that later. Yes, we'll try that later because I ate too many health potions too. I needed 3 health potions to deal with those 2 freaking alligators. Well, get good. I chose normal difficulty level. That's what I get. I'm not afraid of failing, just as long as I learn something. Let that be a lesson to you kids. So while you're playing this game where the main character shouts the F word like repeatedly to express frustration, you can learn a lesson. Probably can't go there during the demo. Which way are we looking? Towards that fog. Probably can't go past that fog in the demo. Okay, so let's grab whatever that loot is on the bridge. Because there's loot over there. Unless there's some loot on the bridge. So if you parkour over the treasure chest, you can kick flip it open, which is kind of amazing. Something over here. Then double check to see if the game is randomizing the loot. Climb to a certain height. I don't know what the game just gave me credit for, but I'll take it. Alright, we're going to hug the wall. So I'm grabbing stuff. I don't know if it's that useful, but I am grabbing it, so that's what counts. I do like how you can see the footpaths here on the trail, so that's kind of cute. An argument could be made that your ability to run really fast kind of limits your ability to appreciate all the foliage. There's a lot of pop in, but the game does a decent job of using some of the grass to hide it. I mean, you'll still see it. I mean, don't worry. I mean, it's there. Someone's still chasing me, so we'll get to that in a second. I need to explore that. But there's a treasure chest over to the left, so I'll see if I can grab that. Right over there, which is probably being guarded. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's being guarded. Yeah, pretty sure that's being guarded by enemies. Yeah, we're not going to fight them now. We'll get to that. Okay, there's something up here I'm supposed to explore. Yeah, stick to the high road. Hug the wall, stick to the high road. So I got into a couple of fights, see how the camera holds up. We're still climbing heights. Can't go any further than here in the demo. And people were complaining on Reddit. It's like, yeah, sometimes I can climb the walls and sometimes I can't. It's too hard to figure out. What am I looking for? Hug the wall. We're along the right path. Bye. Gimme. Ah! I got it anyway. I didn't have to eat a health. I didn't have to eat a health item, I hope. I got a thing. Freaking ran me. I probably should have used the grappling hook. Okay, I'm supposed to scout the area to my left. Okay, what does that entail exactly? Here? Well, I see these things. Is that the area I'm supposed to scout? Is this the area I'm supposed to scout? I learned a new spell. So what am I scouting exactly? Up. Yeah, that poison thing is down there. That's what's spitting at me. So how about we scout that area later? Sounds like a good idea. I think there's something else here. Yeah, we're not going to scout that area just yet. So there is a treasure chest over here. Somewheres. Up there, probably. And I do have that soar ability, so I can kickflip to the top of some of these mountains. That's the feather I wanted. What do I get for breaking the boxes? Nothing. So why are they here? Is there like a side quest for that? Some kind of objective, maybe? I don't know. Camping spot. Tall Asta. Is this listed on the map? I guess I can mark it because it's not on the map. Yeah, I can't really zoom in. Maybe I can't. Is it? I'm zooming in at a different angle. That's kind of cool. Didn't know I could do that. You probably should have invested in more ways to explain the game's controls. But I guess they did make a AAA console exclusive after all. So how do I mark this? So I can place a marker, but I can't give it a name. So that's a camping spot, but you can't mark it like in Breath of the Wild, apparently. The joke was, how quickly would video games learn from Breath of the Wild and start to mimic some of its design principles? Well, in the case of Immortals Phoenix Rising, they probably did it in less than a couple of years. I think they just, what was it? Another invisible wall. I want to say, what did they do? They did zoom out. What specifically did they do there? We can hug the wall and grab that last treasure chest at the edge of the demo. But apparently, what Phoenix might have managed to do is they managed to take a modified version of Assassin's Creed software and sort of scale it and sort of make it so it was Switch friendly. So I think what they did is, okay, they figured, what if we made an open world game like Far Cry 4, but limited the geometry and made the art a bit more conducive to low polygon game engines? So I'm guessing what they might have done, forgive me for guessing, is they said, okay, how can we make an open world game that fits on the Switch? Because Assassin's Creed 1 through 3 are already on there. I think Black Flag is on there too. But they're like, yeah, let's see what our options are here. Uh-oh. But there is a treasure chest here. Can't go here. There's a treasure chest, but it's guarded. All right, so can't grab that. So we got stickies. Yep, we got stickies. We're not going that way. So this is the edge of the demo. Fine. Just follow the river if we want. Just kick flip off the side and we're good. And I get the climb spellcraft going. So this is the edge. This is the edge of the demo. Okay, I understand. I understand. Still a decent size. It's a decent size. It's a Saints Row 3 size playground. I think that's perfectly fine. All right, another sliding lock. Let's do it. Might have to come back later. A normal one, huh? Yeah, we're having a normal one, aren't we? That's good. Nope. That's closer. I have to go around. But I think I was in the right. I think I was on the right path. There we. That was stupid. I accidentally did that. That was stupid easy. They call that a normal, huh? Give me the loot. Yay, I got an old coin. No idea what it does. There's some stuff over there in the distance. I saw some enemies in the distance, but they might be locked out during the demo. So I can't grab that treasure. It's guarded. That's a mutant. Could you be more specific? Whatever. We're going to grab that loot. We're going to head for the belfry. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to go to the refuge. I keep getting distracted. Give me that. Crusty craggrass. Cool. Okay, we're out. That bounce. Bounce. I did evade an attack, apparently. I'm running out of magic. That also works. That also costs magic, too. So don't get too attached to it. Literally. More mana. Sticky, icky, icky. Let's try that again. Ah, crap. Had to eat that. Was there a magic, was there a healing draught I forgot to grab? Or maybe it didn't spawn? We got what we needed. We got to this special point, so that's good. Alright, we're doing okay. Perfect. So we can rest. Should be a draught around here somewhere. Yep, got another healing draught. Got a nugget. Create a new item later. But there, yeah, I can create these with. I have plenty of bombs. I have plenty of this crap. I have plenty of bomb flaxes. I can increase the size of my medicine pouch from 11 to 12, but I need more nuggets. Increase the materials pouch capacity from 100 to 110. It's very specific. But I have to eat a feather. That was the thing I thought about. I thought I needed to craft, but I guess I don't need that because I needed that. I wanted that feather, so I can rest here. We should be able to do an autosave. Okay, so I got all the fast travel points unlocked, but I'm probably gonna have to practice the combat a little bit before I start getting ahead of my skis. So before I end the video, I'll get into one more fight. That should get us to the 1 hour mark. This game's still gonna be impossible for me to encode. It's gonna be such a noisy mess. YouTube's gonna destroy it. It'll do the job, I guess. So again, the camera movement isn't really smooth, but the motion blur kind of helps. So we'll be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Are we going over there? We'll see what's here. The game did autosave, one hopes, when I unlocked the belfry. So I have plenty of healing draughts, though, so I don't feel so bad about using them. I can scout this area. And I know I can make some more later if I get into a really bad series of fights. So being able to auto-consume the draughts when I take a big hit helps. Because I might want to turn that off at some point if I want to challenge myself. Give me the loot. There are enemies here? Uh-oh. And the frame rate just died. Okay, we got a problem. It's a horde mode. Ugh. This does not sound good. Yeah, the frame rate is tanking. Who wants some? Switch. Well, they're vulnerable to whoever I'm shooting them with. Switch. Switch. So we're pausing the game so we can switch magic, which sounds amazing. Fusillade sounds good. Whoops, wrong button. I'm gonna have to jump off the roof. I needed some vertical cover, so I guess this counts. Finisher. I had a finisher. Yeah, wasn't someone here about to die? Whoops, someone hit me. You know what? Tell that guy to shut up. Ow. Well, careful. Not dead. I can't run away by going here in the demo. If the frame rate just tanked during this part when all the enemies started showing up. So I guess that was a good stress test. So much for 1080p. Stun enemies with parkour. That's how your boy. Ow! That's how your boy does it. Some of my sick moves. Hit the wrong button. Good enough. How do I commit to this? Yeah, the game is just tanking. It's a shame. I think I got some more bomb flax so I can create another draught. All right, who wants some? Look out! Ah! I can barely see when they're gonna hit me with something, unfortunately. Ow! Bastard! Someone's hitting me. Yeah, someone's about to target me. So I gotta dodge when that little meter shows up. Someone took a hit. Okay, who wants some? Still a lot of guys down there. Yeah, I might need some AoE control. So you got to see the fight. I hope you appreciate that. Look at that frame. Look at that bat at 2 frames a second. I think I accidentally did a thing I shouldn't have done. Here he comes. First strike. Eat it. I did a thing. Well, I took out the flying enemies. I think I'm in good shape. Switch. So I press L and I press L and I press left and right on the D-pad to switch. So that's good. Blast slice. Okay. How do I accept it? Who wants it? Hold down right trigger once in a while. That might give me a bigger swing. Bigger arc. Took some damage. That's not good. So I have to eat a potion eventually. Ah! That hurt. That hurt. Hit him. I might need a crucible for these guys. Give me a second. Okay, switch. Not that. That. Tried to hit it. Crucible. Alright. Who wants it? Not the switch again. Let's try a different spell. Let's heal. Sounds like a good idea. I might not need to heal as much if I can just use those healing. I can just drink those potions. So I'm not going to complain about that. Ow! That's something. That's a heal. That's an AoE I can deal with. Switch. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Help me out by flinging rocks at these guys. Oh, I also have Legion. I didn't learn the Legion spell. I should have practiced the Legion spell. Switch. Tangle of Weeds sounds great. Try to do a counter. I saw that counter prompt. Didn't seem to be working. What else we got? Shield shots might be worth trying, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have investigated this area, you think? Get him again. That works. Ah, they got me. Tried to do a finisher. I couldn't do a finisher on him. These guys eat a lot of hits. It's going to be a while. Crucible. Ah. Took another dumb hit because the game isn't always prompting me when I'm actually going to be attacked. So I am whittling them down, which is good. Oh, hit him again. Why not? Did I take a hit there? How'd we do? Did we win? I can't tell. But at least I got plenty of healing draughts. Got a fervid cluster. This entire area is a fervid cluster. That wasn't great. It was actually not great. Still more enemies. No, I guess I'm not done yet. Just a second. Gotta clear out a couple more. Let's get the loot while I'm here anyway. Yeah, we can climb this. Oh, we got one more. Eat it! Now I can open it. Jeez. That was a lot. Like, that was a lot. Like, the frame rate completely tanked. Like, Xbox 360 era stuff. Like, really bad. Where is it? Up here, I think? Yeah, up here. Open it up. So I gotta make more healing draughts. Because I'm already running out. I got plenty of flax, whatever. I got a thing. No idea what it means. I guess I actually might need to change up my gear at some point. This sounds amazing. I guess that's what I want. What does the necklace give me? Yeah, whatever. We'll worry about it later. I got a thing. I guess I got a necklace. That wasn't an objective. I just did a thing. All right, so I guess we can save our game when I go back to the refuge. So we'll grab that treasure chest on the way back. How about this area? I mean, I'm already here, so was it worth it? Not sure really. Something to do. It was a nice horde mode to challenge yourself. That seems interesting enough. Did a lot of that in Saints Row 4. It does the job. Got some experience too. That's cool. New magic, which we'll probably learn when we get back to the refuge. Okay. Forgot to get the treasure chest earlier, but whatever. Oh well. Still marked on the map. I want to come back and do it. No more loot. That's okay. That worked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I maintain this game's okay. Might not be amazing, but it seems okay. You know, it's definitely time to pack it in for the evening. I agree, girlfriend. Let's pack it in for the evening. Guess she's not well rested. Didn't seem particularly happy about that. So I'm going to have to do a more optimized run later. But yeah, again, to the game's credit, I do want to give it more of a chance. So that's my current recommendation for the Forspoken demo, which is completely free. I do want to play more of it. That's my recommendation. Would I buy the game for $50 on launch? Nah. Well, I think it's more like 70 these. I think it was more like 70 when it launched. But yeah, sure, you know. Maybe it feels like a $10 used game, a PS5 game that's, well, first of all, the demo is free. So yeah, $10, I would buy this for $10. Seems okay. Seems better than Biomutant. So I recorded this with the Plantronics headset plugged into my quad-core Windows 10 education laptop, capturing at 720p, 30 frames a second this time because obviously we had the frame rate limiter on. So you're probably less likely to see some of the inconsistent frame pacing that I was kind of spotting. But again, I had to use the Nvidia control panel to cap the frame rate at 30 because the game's the in-game frame rate limiter doesn't seem to be working properly. It still seems kind of choppy and sloppy. This is about as smooth as I can get it, I think. So I think when I played at 720p on low, I was able to get 50 to 55 frames a second, which is pretty good for a game like this running with only 12 gigs of RAM in my unit. But again, I'll probably wind up hooking up the 720p television to see if I can smooth things out on a smaller screen with fewer pixels. Chunkier pixels don't bother me as much if it's on a smaller screen. And yeah, you can see the settings here. The computer that's playing this game is an i5. It's a quad-core i5, 3.2 gigahertz, 12 gigs of RAM on 3 RAM sticks, 2133 megahertz. And like I said, it's a 6 gigabyte GeForce 3050. Not low profile, but it's not even a single slot card, but it doesn't require an external power. It's running right off the motherboard. But again, the joke is that the performance of this card is like a 3040, which is fine. It plays Skyrim in 4K. It's playing Arkham. It's playing Arkham City at 1440p at least. I think I'm getting 4K out of it. And my argument is that if you can play at higher resolutions, you don't really need some of this stuff. Like you don't really need like extra anti-aliasing. Probably you arguably don't need ambient occlusion in some of these games. It depends on the game's implementation, unfortunately. Sometimes you're better off leaving some of this stuff off. Gameplay balance. Always nice. Always a nice thing to have. So yeah, this is a deeper run into the open world with most of the optimized settings for this low spec PC. I think don't play this game. I'm playing on a 4K set that's 50 inches. Don't do that. You're probably better off playing on a smaller screen. As good as the game is supposed to look, it only really looks good, I think, if you're able to play on beefier hardware than what I'm like. This desktop is designed to play PlayStation 5 games like this at like 720p, 900p, like playing at Switch resolutions. So if I could play a PlayStation 5 game on this console, as demanding as it seems to be on PC, then I think we're on the right track. Again, if I could play games like this at 720p on low, that's doable. But this game is just unusually demanding. But I'm glad it's like when I got my first gaming PC, I slipped a Radeon 240 into a quad-core processor. I think it was like a Radeon 250, and I was able to play Mad Max because I didn't have a PlayStation 4 at the time. So being able to play Mad Max, or I didn't have an Xbox One either. So being able to play Mad Max and the Dying Light demo on a PC helped. I was willing to play at lower resolutions too, so I was fine with that. I just don't think this game really holds up at 720p. But with DLSS and 1080p, you know, a Walmart TV, but also like a Best Buy TV. You can get a Best Buy TV for like $60 these days. Input latency is usually okay. Like I think it's in the 20, 25 to 30 millisecond range, which isn't amazing, but it's like if you're playing Forspoken, one 2 frames of lag isn't a massive deal. This isn't a fighting game, especially if you're playing at 30 frames a second like I am. But I'd rather lock it to 30 than try and deal with the 50. I could probably play it at 50 with the frame rate unlocked just to see how it. Let's see if I can deal with it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm probably able to deal with it. I would just need to play. I would need to play on a smaller screen than this. I'm willing to concede that. So this is the Forspoken demo. We'll come back and play more of this later.